Well, today, California leaders unveiling a controversial plan that they say is needed to counter President Trump's efforts to maintain Republican control of Congress. Governor Newsom standing side by side with state and federal lawmakers. This happened in Los Angeles today. Our Lauren Toms joins us with a look at the plan and what exactly is at stake.
Yeah, Ryan, historically, the midterms are an opportunity for the minority party to pick up a few seats in Washington. But now an effort in Texas to help Republicans hold on to their majority has kicked off a battle over political maps. And today, Governor Newsom officially launched California's campaign to fight back.
Today is Liberation Day in the state of California.
California Governor Gavin Newsom has launched into a battle with President Trump that could flip the balance of power on Capitol Hill. In a press conference Thursday, Newsom announced California will hold a November 4th special election, asking voters to approve a plan that would redraw California's congressional districts. The goal to try to win Democrats 5 more seats in Congress to counter plans in Texas to add 5 Republican seats.
But we're asking the voters for their consent to do midterm redistricting in 2026, 2028, and 2030 for the congressional maps.
California has 52 seats in the House of Representatives. 43 are held by Democrats, 9 by Republicans. The plan would more than halve Republican representation from California down to 4. Sonoma State political expert David McEwen says this could be a turning point for the Democratic Party.
Democrats have an existential crisis about where they're at and what's going on relative to the gut punch that they took in November 2024. This allows them to corral all those forces together, throw everything at Donald Trump, and make California and Governor Newsom the center of all things political.
California lawmakers must approve a ballot initiative that would allow voters to decide whether to temporarily take away redistricting power from an independent commission and put it back in the hands of the legislature until the next census in 2030. And while Democratic state lawmakers have overwhelmingly endorsed the plan, it may be an uphill battle convincing voters. A recent poll by Politico found that nearly 2/3 of Californians support keeping redistricting with the current independent commission, though the poll does not ask about changing things temporarily. McEwen says even if voters approve the plan, it's still not guaranteed to flip the House in the 2026 midterms.
While this is a roll of the dice here, it's not necessarily going to lend itself to 5 seats in Texas and 5 seats in California.
John Dennis of the California Republican Party says slimming down their already minority representation could backfire and have lasting impacts on the Democratic stronghold on the state.
If you go 15 miles into California, you got a pretty red state. And if people feel like their voices aren't being heard out of California, it'll demoralize people about being Californians.
During an event in San Francisco, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said she supports Governor Newsom's temporary plan and is confident the state could pick up all 5 seats in the name of democracy.
I don't like the idea of mid-decade redistricting, as I mentioned, but they're attacking democracy. This is self-defense for our democracy.
Donald Trump, who's trying to light a torch on democracy.
It's a theme echoed in a newly released campaign ad. Newsom framing the issue as a 5-alarm fire for democracy, positioning California at the forefront of the challenge to President Trump's agenda.
They say don't mess with Texas. Well, don't mess with the great Golden State.
Now, Governor Newsom is expected to release several proposed maps tomorrow. The legislature will have to approve that ballot measure by August 22nd for the special election on November 4th, Ryan.
And Lauren, this goes beyond just California and Texas, right?
It does. In addition to California, other blue states are expected to join this effort, namely New York. Same thing with Texas. Other notorious red states are expected to join their effort. At the forefront of that, we expect to be Florida.
Okay, thanks, Lauren Toms. While politicians were speaking inside, more than a dozen Border Patrol agents turned up outside. Many of them were masked and armed. Officials told our station in L.A. that one person was arrested, but they did not say what that person was charged with. L.A. Mayor Karen Bass said the person was operating a strawberry cart. An L.A. City Council member described that tense scene.
They took away a man. They didn't have a warrant. We asked repeatedly for a warrant. They wouldn't produce one, and they put him in a van and they left. And they were pointing their, I don't know, it seemed like guns or weapons at civilians who are not armed, who are not throwing anything, who are peacefully protesting and trying to make sure that their neighbor was staying and was safe.
Governor Newsom slammed the agents' presence, suggesting they were sent by President Trump. The U.S. Border Patrol chief says they were conducting roving patrols.